showing up installed. All right, let me see. Usually it shows up under programs. AMD. Ah. Well, that is just too weird. Oh, here we go. AMD settings. Oh. Okay, this is very strange. I only have the app. Now, I looked in programs and apps and programs where it should show up. Apps and features, I mean. And I don't see... I don't see it. It's not showing installed. This is very strange. Very strange. Huh. See, I had to... Okay, restore factory. No, do it. Radeon configure. Something's wrong here. Software uses libraries from project under PG. Something definitely went wonky when I installed it, but I'm so certain that after I installed it, I have played PUBG. I am certain of that. But he's right. It could have corrupted it, so I may have to reinstall it.
You said you couldn't find it?
Can't find it. Can't find it to uninstall it. No. Crazy. But what I can do... No, I can't. No, I can't, because that was in my C drive. That was in my other... Wait, hold on a second. Maybe... AMD... No, wait a minute. I still have that. Okay. So I can go to previous install and see what happens to run the setup. Let me see what happens.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, minuscule. I mean, if you lose your stream for a few minutes or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I'll come back. Okay, it says 17.72 currently installed, checking for new drivers.
Okay, so it is running. Okay.
Well, right now it's checking for new drivers. Okay, it has an optional driver, optional, 17.11.1. Now, when I went to the update, I couldn't run PUBG. So for what it's worth, I probably don't want to update to this driver.
Well, it may have been corrected, or it may have been purposely placed in there expecting the file creator's update coming.
Well, I can try it.
So
Got an express install. I'll see what happens, and hopefully I may or may not have to reboot. Okay, I'm downloading installer update. 17.7.2, in my experience so far, since I've owned this computer, I want to say is run the most stable as far as the AMD GPU goes. So everything that has been updated, you know, I just had issues after that. So we'll see. You know, again, I have Fall Creator update right now, so it may very well call for the absolute last update. I updated and didn't have any issues. I do a clean install though. You do a clean install of the GPU driver? Is that what you're saying? Because I tried doing that and everything got screwed up. That's when I started having some issues with not being able to do any kind of update, and I had to go to previous install setups to install it. So for that, I would say it was kind of iffy if I was even going to be able to reinstall the driver, at least through the online method.
Yeah. Well, see, it says what I'm saying. You're gonna have to
start from scratch.
All your options.
I'm gonna have to start from scratch, is what it sounds like. All right, so you're suggesting that I go into Steam on my other computer and see if anything will run?
Yeah.
Well, PUBG.
Even if it's an i5, I mean, just as long as you can open up Steam and attempt to open the game, whatever game you think it may run that wasn't running previously, try to hold on.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to download. I'm gonna have to download PUBG to this PC because I don't have PUBG on here.
Well, I mean, run a game.
I'm updating this Steam right now.
Yeah.
I don't use this
On the
computer
other
much
one?
these days.
On the other one, are you updating it? It's
Yeah,
taking an
yeah,
update. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because it may leave
Well,
corrupted drivers
see,
behind. Yeah, that makes sense.
even if you have to install it or whatever, I mean, it's still the same account, right?
Yeah, still the same account.
It's the same account on the other PC than the one you're on right now, right? It's the
Correct.
same account. There's no difference, right?
No, it shouldn't be. As far as I know, it shouldn't.
Okay. So you won't have to like purchase a new.
No, I won't have to
key.
purchase a new key or anything. I should just be able to
Yeah.
download it. But I'm just saying it's going to take the time to download it.
Well, what I mean, even to download it, it's worth a shot to see if because on that PC you just run a regular Windows 10 Home or Pro edition.
Right.
Don't
Plus, it's
matter.
got an
It's not
NVIDIA
falling.
GPU. It's got an,
Yeah, but
it doesn't have an
n-
AMD GPU in it.
none of that none of that matters. What
Hmm.
I'm looking at is the difference between the Windows platform
Hmm.
format between that one and the Fall Creator update that you did.
Yeah. Well,
All you have
this isn't even a creator update. Just so you know, as far as I know.
the Falls update is the Fall Creator update.
No, 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 not. I'm not talking about my system that I'm on right now. I'm talking about the other system.
It's
That
a
hasn't even been
creator.
updated to creator, as far as I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're either running Windows 10, Home, or Pro. It doesn't matter which form of that. It's not a creator's update in no form. It's what I'm saying. And what I'm trying to get at is if if you can actually load that game and it'll actually open or somewhat, even though, just as long as you got 8 gig or more in it. I mean,
Mm. Well,
the
it's got
i5,
8 gigs, but it's only got 2 gigs of GPU. Just so you know.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter on that. Just as long as it opens and you're able to actually open that that game,
Right.
download it, open that game. If you can open it and
Then you're saying
you
it's
can
not a
download
Steam
it and get
issue,
it open.
right?
Yeah, you got Steam issue on the other one.
We'll find out.
No, but what I'm saying, if you can actually get the game downloaded, actually opened, and it don't crash and meet
Yeah.
insta crash,
Right. I
take
hear what
that
you're saying.
drive out of that and place it over. Shut the one you're on now down. Take your SSD out that has the operating the files. Just take it out.
Uh,
Uh, Once you take that SSD out, hook your that drive into that port. You know what I'm saying? In
wait. That's you're talking about putting the SSD that's in the Lenovo into a PCIe slot in the desktop.
you got SSD in the Lenovo. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a PCIe SSD is what it comes with.
PCI.
Yeah, PCIe because it's all very small.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Whew. PCIe. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if
I don't think I
what
have a
I'm
PCIe slot in my ASRock. I think it's pretty much PCI. I might be wrong, but yeah, I mean.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, your hard drive should have the same connections as a regular HDD drive or an SSD drive.
I don't know because I didn't really deal with any of those, MI or any of that stuff, so I can't really say. All I know is I've got the SSD and I've got the HDD installed in there. I'm not a builder, I mean, my building days are long gone.
Yeah.
So,
Is it a PC or a laptop?
if we're talking about the desktop, it's a main.
No,
Oh, the Lenovo? The Lenovo's a hybrid laptop.
hybrid laptop.
It's a touchscreen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won it on Hot Hardware when they had a giveaway back a couple of years ago. It's just something that I've kept because I usually keep the things that I win unless I give them away. I had to upgrade because this wasn't capable of doing what I'm doing now with this system, with this Ryzen system.
Yeah.
you know, and
Well,
so
yeah, of course. Okay. Well, just
yeah.
just get your Steam download
Well, I'm
and
downloading
then compare
PUBG
them with
right now.
PUBG. If not,
Yeah, I'm
huh?
downloading PUBG right now. It's about 16 minutes on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, I would
yeah.
expect it.
Once it
It
finishes,
should
see
run.
if well, once it finishes, see if it'll open. If it does, then you know for a fact between the operating system of
Mhm.
Windows 10 to the Creators Fall Edition is the problem.
Very well
So
could be. I suspect that that is the problem, coupled with possibly the GPU on the Radeon.
drivers, okay,
Just because there was an issue before, and there seems to be possibly an issue going on now. I had something quirky going on my second monitor last night, where it was flashing back and forth, and I'm starting to question whether the monitor was going out, but it stopped. And so it's either the monitor or there is something going on with the GPU that's causing that to happen.
you
So
have two monitors
yeah,
patched into one GPU.
correct. One's via DisplayPort, and the other one is via DVI.
Yeah, but it's going into that one GPU, right?
Right, right. It's going into the
Right.
one RX 560. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, do you have multi-monitor set up on that GPU?
You mean in Windows?
No, on the
Uh,
GPU.
on the GPU. You mean on the Radeon software?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if it's set up. It should be set up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's set up. I don't think it's going to let
Okay,
me check
now.
anything. It's not going to let me check anything while doing the update.
Okay,
So yeah.
but also, no, I'm talking about on the system you're on right now, not the one you
No, no,
PUBG.
I'm updating the
But
GPU on the system that I'm on right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now another thing. Um, um, multi-monitoring. Let's see, hold on a second. Multi-monitor. Make sure on your
Hmm.
Steam, in your Steam settings, you're set up for multi-monitor as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, Steam has it set up for multi-monitoring as well.
That's a new one for me.
Multi-monitor setup.
Okay, so where's that in settings?
Yeah, it should be somewhere in settings. I'm actually watching a Microsoft programmer play PUBG right now. He's at the
Hmm.
let's see PDX. He's at PDX.
There's a
PAX. He's at PAX.
PAX. I was gonna say, as far as
So
I know, PDX is not going on right now. Okay.
he's at it. He's live right now. He's at
So
PDX right now.
you
What's up, Smitty?
PDX or PAX?
PDX.
PDX live?
LAN. It's a LAN.
Yeah,
LAN
I
party.
know it's Portland LAN. I